All right, everybody count out so we could.
1,
2, 3, 4.
5, 6.
All right, what is it that everybody dreams about when they're growing up? It's about getting their first dog. Well, I'm about to tell you about my personal experience of getting our first dog. I've had dogs when I've been growing up, but it wasn't my decision, and it was my parents, and it was my parents' responsibility. So this was a big choice that we had to make. I'll start with telling you that my husband and I, we first got an apartment, and we weren't allowed to have dogs. So we had to wait till the lease went up, and that was about 3 or 4 months from when we first moved in, and that gave us a lot of time to do research. We got a couple books. I think one of the books was called The Dog Bible, and we went to some dog shows, and that we also went to some breeders. So it came down to when we actually moved out of the apartment. That's when the look was in full swing at that point. We ended up narrowing it down to 2 dogs. The first dog was, his name was Lance, from a Belgian sheepdog breeder. The dog was beautiful. It was black, huge. It used to be a show dog, and when he started getting older, he grew out of the limits of being able to be in shows any longer, so they were trying to sell him. He was a good dog, but he had the tendency to jump on people. So I was having lawsuit flash in my head, and I wasn't really looking forward to that. So the only bad thing also besides that is that he was about $600 or $700, and we weren't really at that point wanting to spend that much money on a dog. So the other choice we had was a pound pup. So we went to quite a few shelters actually, and we settled down on one who was, his name at the time was Sammy. It was a German Shepherd breed mixed with a Catalua leopard dog. He was a great dog. He was quiet. He was a little shy, but the more we went to see him, he would like people better. So he was starting to get a little bit better. The one thing I was a little apprehensive about was that he wasn't going to be that good when we took him home. There's a lot of puppies, when they're in the pound, they're quiet, and then you take them home and they start barking all the time and go to the bathroom in the house and all that. So we were a bit nervous about that. We ended up deciding to go with who is now known as Max, which was Sammy, the German Shepherd. He was a little, well, that brings up a quote that I heard from Josh Billings. It's, money will buy a pretty good dog, but it won't buy the wag of its tail. So I thought that was a good quote that went along with Max, because he was cheap and he was the best dog ever, and he was a happy dog. When we first decided to get him, we had to wait a day because they had, in Texas, they have a law about bringing a dog home without being neutered. So you have to have him neutered or spayed. So the next day, my husband was in school, and so I surprised him with Max. So I went to his school, and they had a happy little reunion, and we ended up driving home after that. We were kind of nervous because we didn't think he was going to get along with the cats very much. But it happened to be the other way around, and the cats scared the dog. They were messing with the dog. So Max ended up getting along with the cats now, and he's been a great dog ever since. In conclusion, he's made us more responsible, and he showed us unconditional love.